Documentary filmmaking has long been regarded as a medium for capturing reality. It is meant to inform, to record, and to document. But what happens when filmmakers use elements of fiction to tell their stories? In this video essay, we'll explore the concept of documentary as a third cinema, where the boundaries between fact and fiction are deliberately blurred to reveal deeper truths. As Min Ha points out in her essay, documentary is not a name. The conventional approach to documentary filmmaking often reduces it to a simple conveyor of facts. She argues that this reduction can be limiting, especially when it comes to storytelling and artistic expression. Min Ha suggests that aesthetics can offer a different experience of life, challenging the traditional narrative of documentary filmmaking. The conventional anthropological approach in documentary filmmaking often focuses on objectivity and factual representation. Min Ha's critique invites us to consider the risks of adhering too strictly to these methods. What if we abandon this framework and embrace a more flexible, fictionalized approach? This is where the concept of third cinema becomes significant. The term third cinema emerged from post-colonial nations in Africa, Asia, Latin America, and the Indian subcontinent. These films were inherently politicized, addressing the issues of race, class, religion, and national integrity. In Rethinking Third Cinema, the authors discuss how this movement called for a radical departure from the traditional Western filmmaking practices. Third cinema is about more than just film. It is about creating a platform for voices that have historically been marginalized. These films offer a way to rethink cinematic practices with a focus on cultural authenticity and political activism. However, the authors of Rethinking Third Cinema suggest that this movement has lost its momentum, requiring a renewed examination of its principles. One way to revitalize third cinema is to integrate elements of fiction into documentary filmmaking. Min Ha's suggestion that fiction can represent a broader range of experiences aligns with the principles of third cinema. Fictional elements allow filmmakers to challenge conventional narratives and explore new methods of storytelling. Let's take a closer look at two films that utilize fiction to convey their messages. The 1990 Iranian film Close Up by Kiarostami and the 1990 Vietnamese film Surname Viet, Given Name Nam by Min Ha. Kiarostami's Close Up is a remarkable example of documentary that blends fact and fiction. The film tells the story of a man who impersonates a famous director. Using reenactments and real-life footage to create a unique narrative structure, this approach challenges the viewer's perception of reality, forcing them to question what is true and what is fabricated. Kiarostami's film blurs the lines between documentary and fiction, emphasizing the power of storytelling in shaping our understanding of events. This unconventional approach aligns with the principles of third cinema, as it encourages audiences to engage critically with the narrative. In the film Surname Viet, Given Name Nam, Min Ha explores the complexities of representation in the context of Vietnamese diasporic women. Duong's essay, Traders and Translators, discusses the collaborative nature of this film, where the women actively participate in their own self-representation. They choose the settings and scenarios, some of which are fictionalized, in order to portray their experiences. By incorporating fictional elements, Min Ha allows these women to have greater agency in their portrayal. This approach challenges traditional documentary filmmaking methods, which often imposes a rigid structure on their subjects. The film's mixed reception among critics highlights the complexities of representation and the risks involved in breaking conventional boundaries. To understand how fiction and documentary can interact, we can turn to the essay film. Warner's Godard in the essay film, A Form That Thinks, provides a comprehensive analysis of this genre. It explores the legacy of Jean-Luc Godard, who is known for his innovative use of aesthetics and his focus on political and philosophical themes. The essay film is inherently flexible, allowing filmmakers to blur the lines between fact and fiction. This genre's evolution has had a significant impact on documentary filmmaking, providing a platform for more complex and nuanced storytelling. Warner's examination of Godard's work reveals how aesthetic choices can influence the political and philosophical messages conveyed through film. Through this exploration, we've seen how documentary filmmaking can benefit from integrating elements of fiction. This approach aligns with the principles of third cinema, allowing for a more dynamic and expressive form of storytelling. By embracing unconventional narratives, filmmakers can challenge traditional boundaries and offer a new perspective on societal issues.